For the better part of 4 days or so, there's one topic I just have not been able to get out of my head. It's just been sitting in there and I have no explanation to it at all. It's Craig Berube's head. Not like that, but basically prior to the Maple Leafs game against the Vegas Golden Knights, Berube did his customary pre-game media availability and appeared with what seemed to be the scar from an attempted lobotomy on his forehead. Look at this fucking thing. Like, what is that? How do you manage to do that? Everyone was asking, what do you do? Like, where did you get mugged? Did you get attacked by a bear, a bobcat, some sort of mountain lion in Toronto somehow? Like, where did you find the time to even get such an injury? And all Berube could say was, well, it was a gym accident, and stupid on my part, and he's not going to tell you anything. That's his thing. Craig Berube doesn't talk. He's not going to tell you anything. So that's all we got. Craig Berube, tough guy, not going to want to admit that he is hurt in any sense at all, and he just said, yeah, I did something stupid and needed 50,000 stitches on my forehead. Left it at that. Nobody followed up. Nobody asked any more questions about that. Nobody pressed him on the matter. That's just kind of where we sit. But to my brain, that just didn't make sense. There's no way that somebody could go to the gym on an off day and just have a regular workout and do this without catastrophically injuring themselves in some insane way. So I was determined to try and figure it out. Every time I would go to Good Life Fitness in the intervening days, I would look at shit around the gym and try to determine whether or not I could split my head on it, essentially. I couldn't find anything. It was really difficult to really find an object that I could mess myself up to that extent. But that does not mean I do not have any theories. So here we go. My first theory, skull crushers. Not sure if you know what skull crushers are, but our production value is very high here, so I got a dumbbell. Here's the dumbbell, okay? So skull crushers essentially are just the like that. The weight is above your head and you're doing tricep workouts. I do them sometimes when my elbow doesn't start screaming from years of long tossing without any sort of prior warm up. They're a good tricep exercise to do, especially with free weights. Now, the reason why they're scary is a lot of the time you're lean back, and if you have a heavy weight, oh, I dropped it on my head, now I caved my skull in. Oh my God, it's horrifying, terrifying, awful. I don't think that cuts you like that though. That just doesn't seem realistic to me personally, that you would get cut in that sort of way from doing that exercise. Also, most gyms, residential, the Leafs gym, they have rubber weights, right? They don't have metal plates or metal dumbbells or barbells for that matter. While that would hurt a lot, it's not actually going to cut you to the extent that Craig Berube was cut. I don't believe it. There's no way that you would be gashed in that manner. And also, if you see his head, the scar kind of goes in a reversed U shape. I don't know how a dumbbell would do that. And that's certainly if you were doing a barbell skull crusher, it's definitely not doing that. The bar's straight. You're just gonna hit yourself on the forehead or maybe in the eye. That would explain the black eye, wouldn't explain the cut or the stitches. Off the board. Not the right answer. My second theory was a resistance band. Okay, and this sounds crazy when you first say it, but let me walk with me for a second. Let me know below if I should cut that out. Indianapolis Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson this year, he broke his orbital bone and was out for the season doing band work. Freak accident, it charges up all of this sort of kinetic pressure. You're held up, it's all tense, and it snaps if the band snaps or if whatever you have it anchored to snaps. This thing's got a lot of attention. Again, beyond the fact that it's still questionable whether or not a band would cut you in that certain way. I guess maybe there's some that would. Berube doesn't really seem like the type of guy who's into isometrics and like pliability and this crazy like explosiveness. Not really a use for a 60-year-old guy to be doing that. If I know enough about him and his character, I can extrapolate, you know, he's probably not gonna be doing all that on an off day, right? I think he's just in there to get a quick pump and go home. Take it off the board. It's not an exercise band, guys. I'm sorry, it's not a resistance band. I tried, I looked at it. I don't think that's it. And you know, after I considered this, I kind of just felt, you know, hopeless. I didn't think I was ever gonna find an answer to this burning question that I had in my mind. Nobody was asking any more questions. The Toronto media has seemingly better things to do than follow up on Berube's forehead injury. I don't know why. There's not anything else going on for them right now. The Vegas game wasn't like a big thing or anything. There was no extenuating topics from that contest, so I don't know why they didn't follow up. But regardless, I guess I'm the one who has to do all the work around here, do the actual investigative journalism that people really care about. That's me. That's this guy. That's this. Anyways, I cracked the case wide open eventually. I think I found a breakthrough. So I was searching around trying to find the Maple Leafs gym, the training center, whatever you want to call it, that they have in the arena. I figured that's probably where Berube was working out. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just kind of going off the facts that I have. But I found a picture of the Leafs gym on the Sorinex website. First thing I noticed, very underwhelmed. Honestly, nothing really out of the ordinary there. It's kind of lame, honestly. I thought it would be better. I guess they don't need it. Like, those guys all train in other places. They're doing their own thing, but like, they're one of the most storied franchises in the NHL, and they're getting lapped by literally every American high school football program and the Dude Perfect YouTube channel. So anyways, regardless, besides that point, looked at the gym. I was trying to find anything that could have created that sort of injury in the gym. Didn't find anything until I zoomed into this picture here and saw this. That is a 45-pound or a 20-kilogram cast iron plate. That is real steel. That's the shit I was talking about from before that you don't normally have in too many commercial gyms because, you know, it's kind of unsafe. I've seen people get pulled out of a Fit for Less in handcuffs multiple times. Maybe they don't deserve cast iron plates. Sidebar aside, Berube could have been using that plate. That's what I'm thinking had to have happened. It's a big plate, it's real steel, it's got edges on it and everything. And if you look at, I'm different. If you look at what I have in my hands here, if you put more of an edge on this, make it bigger, obviously, because this is not a 45-pound plate. You see what I'm doing there? That's the shape. That's kind of the shape. While a rubber plate wouldn't necessarily do that, a steel plate, I think, could create a gash. If you're, walk with me for a second. If you're sitting on a bench, per se, all right, laying down, push press, plate press, very old head exercise, definitely something I would assume Craig Berube would be doing. Plate press, laying down, you're in the gym, it's just you, just lost to the Red Wings because your young forward got bodied by a large German man named Moritz in overtime, and it wasn't even the 7-foot-tall basketball player, okay? Just sitting here. You're at your end of your set. Going. Suddenly, oh, I hear a door. Who's at the door? It's an off day. Who even has the keys? Who has the keys to this gym at this time? Why are the players even here? This is supposed to be my time. I'm supposed to be chilling, get my workout in, you know, kind of just psych myself up for this big game against Vegas coming up. God, this is too much for me. Lay in here, push. You get to the end, 10, 11, 12, full extension. You see a shadowy figure start to approach. Who is that? I don't know. Who's coming over here? Why do they need to come over here? I'm just doing my workout. Suddenly, oh, I recognize that guy's face. It's Paul Marner. He grabs the plate and he slams it on your